FM Jace with you once again today. We're coming up to that time of year where you need to start thinking about getting ready for the coming bushfire season, and it's just around the corner. I know in the moment we're talking about bushfire season in New South Wales. There are fires burning galore up in the northern parts, and our thoughts are with those people who are battling those at the moment. But for those of us around the southern parts of our Flow Listening network in South Australia and Victoria, the fire danger season is not far away now. Lots of great advice coming out of our services, bushfire services, firefighting services in SA and Victoria. But where do you go to get all the gear you need to be prepared in your home? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Bushfirereadinesskits.com.au is a website which has popped up recently, and it's got some excellent information for those of you who are looking to get ready for the coming fire danger season in your home. Joining me right now from that wonderful website is Bridie McLennan. Hello, how are you?
G'day, Jace. Great. How are you today?
Good to have you on board, and thanks for joining us today. Obviously, our firefighting agencies do a great job in getting education and lots of information out on how to be prepared for the risk of fire around all parts of country Australia. But as far as putting together the actual items that one needs, it can be quite a task, right?
Certainly can, Jace, and I know this from experience, from living in a rural area of Victoria, and a number of years ago trying to put together my own kit, and just kept on coming up against either brick walls of where to get it, what to get, how, and it all just became a bit too confusing and hard, really.
Absolutely. Now, the one thing that CFAs and RFS in New South Wales and CFS in South Australia do really well is that information aspect and providing the how-to, I guess, into preparedness ahead of the fire danger season. I think those organisations have come a long way over the last 10, 20 years in that area.
Yeah. Bushfire readiness kits is only one part of your bushfire preparation and planning for the upcoming season, or for those in states where it's already well underway. You need to ensure that your home is prepared, your property, your access and egress, and those are all things that you really need to consult with your state or territory's fire service, and the great information that they have in websites, and or pop down to your local station and have a chat to get all that information. So bushfire readiness kits will help you in that fourth critical area where we ensure that you have that emergency kit ready to go to evacuate or relocate in that time when the bushfire's on your doorstep.
What are the challenges when you're looking to put together a kit of items that your local agency might recommend that you need to have to be prepared?
It's even more challenging if you do live in a rural area, which are the bushfire-prone areas, because, a lot of the agencies advise that you have, for instance, a wool blanket. Now, most rural areas don't have a store down the street or even in their most local, larger town that sells a good quality wool blanket that meets the criteria for a survival and protection blanket. So trying to find not only the products near you, but the right type of products is really challenging. The other challenge I found when I was trying to put my own kit together a few years ago was the information available might just say something like, you need to get gloves. What gloves?
Yeah.
What type? What should they be made of? Where, I can buy a pair of gloves for $2 or $200.
Bridie McLennan, Father's Day. Bridie McLennan from Bushfire Readiness Kits joining us today here on Country Viewpoint. If you're just tuning in, we've already covered a little bit with Bridie about why there is a need for bushfirereadinesskits.com.au. If I wanted to head to your website and, if I'm in South Australia or Victoria or New South Wales, you've got kits tailored to the advice that are given by all of those different organisations, whether it's the CFS, the CFA or the RFS?
It doesn't matter where you live. They'll be appropriate. I've consulted all the different publications that the different states and territories provide on what should be included in a kit. And there actually is a wide variety of content that is advised. You would think that maybe there'd be a few different items between the different states and territories on what to have in that emergency bushfire ready kit. However, it actually ranges from a couple of states recommend a total of 4 items in a kit, up to South Australia, which recommend up to 34 items in a kit.
Wow. Yep.
So a range from 4 to 34. You can understand why that then adds some extra, challenges or confusion for people trying to put a kit together. If you lived on the border towns, like the twin cities of Albury, Wodonga in Victoria, New South Wales, and you moved from one to the other, you'd have a different advice of 16 products different between the 2 fire services in what you should have. So I would love to see some more consistency and alignment, but until that happens, you don't need to worry because all the items available, I'll have to say nearly all the items available that are recommended by those fire services are available in the kits, and then you can choose a kit that suits your household and your needs.
That's outstanding. So it just takes completely the legwork out. Make sure you head to the website or the social media channels on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. It is bushfirereadinesskits.com.au. That's the website address you need to look for.
That's the one. And if anyone has any questions, just head to the website, send me a message. All my email and phone numbers are there, so you can get hold of me or one of the team, and we can answer any questions you have to help you, clarify what you need. But just as a reminder to people that these kits are not for you to get ready to fight a fire.
Yes.
Firstly, that is for the fire services to do. And if you are someone that lives in, a rural area where you intend on defending your property, then there's a large number of additional items and training that you will need to do. So these kits are for your average resident and business and farmer that intends on relocating or evacuating. But we also understand that good intentions and good well-laid plans can sometimes go astray. And this ensures that if something happened and you weren't able to get out as quickly as you hoped, then you will have that extra level of protection to increase your chance of survival and protect your family.
Always make sure you take the advice of your local emergency service, or whether it's the CFS, CFA or RFS. This hopefully will help you prepare a little quicker for the coming fire danger season and just take the stress out of putting these kits together. Bushfire Readiness Kits. Bridie McLennan, thank you very much for joining us today. Look forward to doing it again in the future.
Me too, that'll be great.
Up next here on Country Viewpoint, we'll keep you up to date with the state of the country that actually...